This lady released the clearest images of an alien trying to invade her house.
Oh. What is that? What is that? What is that?
But this is not it, because today's video is all about the terrifying encounters and sights of interdimensional beings that were captured at different places. Let's begin.
Oh, shit!
An explorer, while on his usual adventure, came across a hidden bunker deep in the wild. As he stepped inside, he found signs that the place was still in use. Supplies, gear, and even working equipment. It felt like a secret military spot. But things took a turn when he spotted a pale figure sitting in the corner. It had glowing red eyes and stared straight at him. Terrified, he ran and locked himself in another room. That's when the video cut off. He was never seen again. Many now believe that the bunker wasn't just hidden, it was occupied by aliens. Speed chase.
Stop!
You don't expect to see something running as fast as a car at night, right? Well, some friends were driving when they spotted a figure moving right beside them. At first, it looked like a person, but it kept pace with their car like nothing human could. They even caught it on video. Its eyes were glowing in the dark, making it even more strange. The video wasn't clear enough to say exactly what it was, but after watching it, some say it wasn't a demon at all. It could have been something not from this world, an alien chasing their car. The friends were scared and had no idea what to do. Whatever it was far from normal. Glass glimpse.
What?
There's somebody at the window keeping us.
No, there's not.
Children were watching TV in their room when they suddenly rushed to their father, saying they saw something outside the window. At first, he thought they were just scared for no reason, but when he went to check, he was shocked. A creepy-faced creature was standing right behind the glass. The moment it noticed him, it disappeared into the dark. He only caught a glimpse, but it was enough to give him goosebumps. He quickly locked the window, hoping it wouldn't return, not knowing it was an alien. And who knows, next time, instead of the window, he will see it in the house too. Chamber secret. A leaked footage recently started making rounds online, and for a valid reason. It showed a hidden military facility deep inside a steel chamber.
Hello? Hello?
A worker stepped in and quickly recorded something unusual. Sitting there was a strange being with very large eyes. It didn't look like any known creature. He only showed a brief glimpse, almost like he was scared of being caught. Rumors say it was an alien, possibly captured by the military either for research or because it had invaded their space. But instead of revealing it to the public, they kept it hidden. Maybe to avoid panic, or maybe for something else.
Oh, shit!
Unexpected entry.
Oh, well. Oh my god. What the fuck?
On March 5th, a strange incident shocked a homeowner. While checking around his house, he suddenly spotted a gray being with an odd skull peeking from behind the wall. The real shock came when he realized it was already inside his house. He had no idea how it got in, or what it even was. He stood there, frozen, unable to react. The being slowly slipped back behind the wall, and that's when the video cut off. It looked nothing like a human. Some said it might have been an alien. After that day, the man was never seen again. Many feared the worst, that he became a victim of what we call an alien abduction. Shadow glance.
Se me está hablando, amigos. La ventana. Ahí está el jardín. No mames.
A person staying alone in a hostel room suddenly felt an unusual presence. When he looked out the window, he caught a glimpse of a dark, small-headed figure in the mirror nearby. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before. Fear gripped him as he wondered what it could be. Maybe it was a cryptid that had escaped from nearby woods, or perhaps an alien from outer space. With so many alien sightings reported invading homes lately, this might be one of the clearest proofs of an alien encounter, right there, outside his window.
Pues nada, ahí está el jardín. No mames, no mames, no mames, no mames, no mames.
Alien caller. A hunter in Brazil set up a camera in the woods to capture wild animals. Instead, it recorded something he never expected: a humanoid being with oval-shaped eyes and a creepy face. The creature stared directly into the camera, making strange noises. Even the nearby dog sensed its presence and started barking loudly. It looked like an alien, maybe trying to send a message through the camera, or possibly crash-landed and now seeking help. The footage is now on its way to experts, who will try to decode what this mysterious visitor was trying to communicate. Roof Watcher.
Heck is that? Shoot!
In Oregon, 2011, a group of friends went exploring after hearing strange screeches at night. Sounds that didn't feel animal or human. As they stepped into an old abandoned house, something happened. A strange head peeked from the edge of the broken roof. It had big eyes and an odd-shaped skull. It only showed itself for a second, then slipped back into the shadows. They froze and then ran. The place didn't feel haunted. It felt occupied, not by spirits, but by aliens. And now they knew they weren't alone.
We just ran. Shoot! Just get out of the house!
Camp encounter.
Pour éclairer, putain!
Some friends were camping deep in the woods, sitting around a fire cooking their food. Suddenly, behind the trees, they noticed something watching them. It didn't look like any animal or person they knew. It looked like an alien. Seeing it made them very scared. They decided to pack their things and leave quickly. The creature matched stories people have told about aliens living in the woods. If one was out there, maybe many more were hiding in the shadows, watching quietly. It reminded them not every woods encounter leads to Bigfoot or Sasquatch by otherworldly beings too. Backyard visitor. A family kept hearing strange noises from their backyard, so they decided to check it out. While recording the whole thing, they thought maybe some wild animal had wandered in from the woods. But as they searched around, something unexpected happened. A small, pale figure with big eyes peeked from behind the wall. It didn't look like any animal they knew. It looked more like an alien. The moment they saw it, they ran back into the house and locked every door and window. Whatever it was, they didn't want it getting inside. That night, no one in the house slept easily. Pool watcher. A worker was renovating a home and building a pool in the yard when he came across something terrifying. While working, he started feeling like he wasn't alone. As he looked around, he saw a skinny humanoid figure standing near the wall. It wasn't moving, just staring at him. The way it looked gave him goosebumps. It didn't look like a human, more like an alien he had only heard about in stories. But now, seeing it in front of him made those stories feel real. He left the project that same day and never returned. He didn't want to risk seeing it again. Rooftop Stare. In Mexico, on September 8, 2023, a homeowner was about to enter his house when something strange made him stop. He saw a bizarre being standing on the roof. Its skull looked unusual, and the way it stared at him gave him chills. His first thought, was it an alien? Especially since he had spotted a UFO-like craft in the sky the night before. But the most shocking part? After this sighting, the man mysteriously went missing. Locals started to believe the alien took him away, what many call an alien abduction. Window encounter. A boy was alone at home when he heard a knock at the window. As he opened it, a strange hand suddenly reached toward him. It looked human-like, but not quite right. He quickly stepped back in fear, but the creature stayed there, as if ready to enter, if not for the glass. At first, he thought it was some cryptid, but later, many believed it was an alien, possibly trying to get inside. What it wanted, no one could tell. And after that night, no one really knew what happened to the boy. He was never seen again.
Lawyers and medical providers just...
Gate walker. At night, a surveillance camera caught a strange visitor at a house. Everything seemed normal until a tall, weird being walked right through the wooden fence gate. It looked impossible, but it happened. The being matched what people say about aliens, because no normal person can pass through a fence like that. After walking through, it disappeared. The neighbors were scared after seeing this. They started thinking that anyone nearby could be the alien's next target. This strange event made everyone uneasy. Light intruder. At a newly built house that the family had not yet moved into, cameras were installed to keep an eye on things. One night, a camera in a lonely room recorded a bright light outside the door. Then, a small humanoid being appeared and walked right through the glass door. It was shocking. The strange being quickly disappeared after that. Soon, a stool in the room was dragged by an unseen force. The strange being appeared again, followed by the light, and then both vanished. At first, the owners thought it was a ghost, but they became sure it was an alien. A quiet, empty house seemed the perfect place for it to stay and do its mission. Return visit. A man was in his kitchen when he suddenly heard a noise outside. Feeling scared, he quickly hid and stayed still. The kitchen CCTV captured something strange, a dark creature with white dot-like eyes peeking through the window. It looked like it wanted to get inside. At first, the man thought it might be Bigfoot, but when he watched the footage later, he was shocked to see that the creature looked like an alien. Rumors soon spread that a few days before, the man had found something strange in his yard and kept it inside his house. Many believe that thing was connected to aliens, and now this creature had returned to take it back. Roof intruder. A homeowner came across a sight that was hard to ignore. He felt some noises coming from the roof, and as he went to check, he saw a strange-looking creature sitting there. It had long limbs and a small skull, unlike any known being. Before he could make sense of what it was, it quickly ran away. He had heard of aliens before. Was it one of them? It really looked like one. Maybe it had come from the nearby woods, where some say a secret base might be hidden. And now, it was trying to invade houses. It might be gone this time, but it might visit again. Door visitor. An old clip from 2006 in Pensacola, Florida, recently started making rounds again, and for a good reason. A man was asleep in his room while a security camera was recording. The door was slightly open, and a soft yellow light filled the space. Then, a skinny humanoid figure began to peek from behind the door. Slowly, it stepped out. Thin legs, an oval head, and big eyes. It looked just like the beings people call the aliens. But here's the twist. This wasn't the first time it showed up. Reports say such beings have been visiting people for years. So maybe they've been here way before we even noticed. Window lurker. A CCTV camera in a quiet room recorded something straight out of another world. At first, everything looked normal, but then, a strange figure with a large skull and big eyes peeked through the glass window. It stayed there for a few seconds, watching silently, then slipped away. When the house owner noticed it, he rushed to the window, only to spot it again. That was enough to scare him. He ran, maybe to get help, but by the time anyone could arrive, he was already gone. People believe it was an alien, and that it might have come to take him away for something unknown. Window watcher. An old rough video recently came into police hands. It showed a man in America filming a strange being peeking through his window. Large black eyes, not like any known creature. After this recording, the man went missing. Years later, his family found the video and believed it was an alien that took him. They handed it over to the police, hoping it might help find him. The mystery still stands. Can someone just vanish like that? If that was really an alien, this case might be far from anything the police can explain. Chambered secret. A leaked footage quickly became the talk of the town. It showed a strange creature with an elongated skull, locked inside a cell or some kind of chamber. The look of it matched what people usually describe as an alien. Some believed it was captured by scientists for secret research, maybe even cloning experiments. But just as the video started going viral, it was suddenly taken down from the internet, almost like someone didn't want the world to see it. Whatever it was, its removal only added more questions to the mystery. Gray presence. Locals passing by the White House were left stunned by a strange sight. A gray humanoid figure was seen standing right on the roof. At first, people thought it might be a worker fixing something, but as they looked closer, they realized it didn't move like a person. Its body was oddly shaped, and its stillness felt off. Some pulled out their phones to record it. The footage made it to the news, but the government denied all claims. Still, those who saw it in person believe it was an alien, and if that's true, why was it watching from there? Silent lurker. This footage was recorded by a home security camera. It showed the sliding door near the kitchen where the family was eating food at the dining table. Everything looked calm until a strange moment unfolded. A hand slowly reached out and pulled the curtain aside, but this wasn't a regular hand. It was long, thin, and ended in claw-like fingers. No one noticed it at the time. The family kept eating, unaware of what stood just behind the curtain. But once they checked the footage later, they were sure to get goosebumps. That strange hand didn't seem human at all. It might have belonged to an alien quietly watching them, already inside their home, maybe planning its next move. Pool creature. A security camera set in the backyard of a house captured a terrifying sight. Near the pool, close to the wall, a dark creature appeared. It didn't look like any normal being. It had a strange humanoid shape and stood there for a few seconds before slipping back into the darkness. When the homeowners later checked the footage, they were shocked. They believed it might be an alien that had somehow come close to Earth and ended up there. Now they fear it could return again, maybe when no one is watching. Manhole terror. A homeowner had just moved into a new house. While checking every corner, he noticed a manhole with strange patterns on it. Curious, he opened it and got a shock. Inside, he saw a creepy face with dark eyes staring back at him. He quickly shut the manhole cover, heart pounding. At first, he thought it was a ghostly presence living there, but soon he realized it might be an alien. Maybe the house had been abandoned for too long, and the alien had taken over. After that terrifying sight, he decided to leave immediately, not wanting to become part of any abduction stories. Gray visitor. A viral video shook the internet. It showed a gray humanoid figure walking slowly, with long, unnatural arms. It didn't look human at all. Many believed it was filmed inside a hidden lab, possibly by someone who wasn't supposed to be there. The being matched classic alien descriptions: gray skin, odd proportions, Experts think it could have been recovered from a crash site and kept for secret research. Some even suggest cloning may have already started. If that's true, the original might not be the only one walking among us now. Keep your eyes open. What looks human might not truly be. Forest footage. Woods rangers came across a lost camera deep in the forest. It belonged to a hunter who'd gone missing weeks earlier. The footage inside was chilling. It showed the hunter tracking movement, expecting wildlife. But the lens caught something else. A creature with an elongated skull, standing upright, watching him. It wasn't any known animal. It matched alien reports locals had whispered about for years. The strange part? The footage ended right after the creature turned toward the camera. The hunter was never found. Only his camera was, as if the being didn't want to be seen or leave witnesses behind. Tree lurker. Some villagers had been experiencing strange events from the nearby woods for days. Curious and a bit uneasy, they decided to check it out. When they reached the spot, they froze. Near a tree stood a bizarre creature, tall, thin, and unlike any animal they'd seen before. It didn't move. It just watched quietly, almost as if it was hiding. It didn't belong to the forest. It looked extraterrestrial. The villagers didn't dare go closer. One of them later said, "If that one was out in the open, who knows how many more were deeper inside, staying hidden in the trees." Hidden shelter. In 2025, a camper got lost deep in the woods. While trying to find his way back, he came across a strange area. There stood an odd-looking structure, almost like a small hidden house. At first, he thought it might be used by forest rangers, but before he could figure it out, something else appeared. A black-eyed humanoid stepped out of the structure. It didn't notice him right away. But the camper knew. This wasn't human. He had just seen an alien. That's when the video ended. His camera turned up days later. But as for the camper, some say he never left that house. Snow stare. In January 2025, a tourist was driving through a quiet, snowy path when something made him hit the brakes. His headlights caught a tall, skinny figure standing right in the middle of the road. It didn't flinch, didn't move, just stared. Most animals would have run off, but this one didn't. That's when he realized this wasn't a person or any known creature. It looked like an alien. The tourist wanted to keep driving, but something about that stare made him freeze. He backed away slowly and never returned to that road again. Whatever that thing was, it wasn't just lost in the snow. It was waiting. Road encounter. Some boys were driving through the road when they spotted something on the other side. They stopped, and one of them stepped out with his phone to record. That's when he saw it. A small, unknown being slowly peeking from behind a wall. It didn't look like any elf or dwarf they had ever seen. Its body was odd, and eyes too large. The moment he realized what he was looking at, he knew. It was an alien. Maybe it was observing the area or searching for something it lost. Whatever the reason was, they didn't wait to ask. He stopped recording, rushed back, and they left the area in silence, not wanting to end up part of the mystery.
Shit, man, let's go back. Come on. I'm not messing with that. Come on.
Window watcher. A house camera captured something very shocking. As the family sat in the lounge watching TV, a pale head slowly peeked in from behind the window. It wasn't a dog or any normal animal. Its skin seemed grayish, and the eyes were too big. It just stood there, staring. Was it an alien? Well, that's exactly what it looked like. The family didn't notice a thing at that moment, but once they checked the footage, they're bound to be alert and scared, because maybe this time it only came to check. But next time, it might decide to come inside. Forest stalker. A strange incident happened with a hunter in the woods. He felt a presence and shined his light. That's when he saw it. A creature with a big skull and a long, thin neck walking slowly. At first, he didn't know what it was. But then it hit him. It looked like something not from this world. An alien. He thought he was safe when it seemed to disappear, but then it was there again, staring right at him. He slowly stepped back, trying to stay calm. But no matter how far he moved, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was following him, watching his every move. Wall crawler. In the Russian city of Ulyanovsk, a man was gazing at the stars one night when he spotted something chilling. A dark creature with long, thin arms and legs was crawling up the building's wall. It moved like something out of a Spider-Man movie, but this was real. The creature seemed ready to enter an apartment through a window. Its strange shape made it clear. This wasn't any animal. It looked like an alien. Terrified, the man locked all his doors and windows and reported it to the authorities. Sometimes, the line between movies and reality gets dangerously thin. Yard visitor.
I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large.
A backyard camera caught something no one expected. A strange creature appeared, hunched and unlike any animal from the woods. The family was so scared, they called the police right away. The night before, they had seen an unknown flying object nearby. Putting the pieces together, they thought it was a UFO, and that creature was an alien. Just thinking about aliens here on Earth sent chills down their spine. When the police arrived, the creature was gone. It disappeared without a trace, leaving only questions behind.
8 foot. 9 feet, 10 foot, I don't know. They look like aliens to us.
Field secrets. A farmer kept hearing strange noises coming from his crops at night. Thinking it was just an animal, he grabbed a light and went to check. But what he saw wasn't any animal. When he shone the light, he saw an oval-shaped head with big black eyes moving inside the field. It was an alien. Maybe it had crash-landed nearby, and the noises were from it trying to get help. Now, if aliens are landing in fields, what else could be happening around us without anyone knowing? Sometimes, the quietest places hold the biggest secrets. Drone discovery.
Dude! Is that him? No. Let me get low. That...
A YouTuber was flying his drone over an abandoned farm. At first, everything looked normal. But then, the drone caught something strange. A pale, humanoid figure sitting there. It looked like it was feeding on something on the ground. Curious, the YouTuber moved the drone closer, and suddenly, the creature turned its face toward the camera. It was unlike anything human. Almost alien. Maybe the farm had been abandoned so long that something from another world took over, hiding from anyone who might find it. Sometimes, places left behind aren't really empty. They're waiting.
Oh, that's so creepy! He's actually here, dude!
Building trap. An explorer went into an abandoned building, expecting to find a ghost. Instead, he found something far stranger, a small creature with red skin and pointed ears, looking like a demon. It was so scary to even look at. Slowly, he moved closer to get a better shot on his camera, but he made a mistake. The creature suddenly grabbed him, and his camera fell to the ground. The video ended there. What happened next is unknown. Some say it could have been an alien capturing him. We can only hope he got away. Base sighting. Some military men were driving through a road near Area 51. They stopped to rest when suddenly, a tall humanoid figure crossed right in front of their car. It looked like an alien. Without wasting a second, they rushed back into the car and sped away. They had been hearing rumors about this creature for a week, and now they saw it themselves. The military was searching for it too. Maybe aliens really have a secret base hidden in Area 51. Whatever the truth is, it's clear something strange is going on there.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Close the trunk! Close the trunk!
Alien encounter. A man wandered into the restricted Area 51, drawn by strange noises. As he walked deeper, he started seeing odd things around him. The place felt like it was being used, but no humans were in sight. Then, the real shock came. Behind metal bars, he saw a creature with an elongated head, clearly locked up. It wasn't from this world. He only managed to snap a picture of the alien before everything went dark. After that, the man mysteriously disappeared. Some say the military caught him because he got too close to their secrets. Whatever happened, it's clear Area 51 holds dangers no one should face. Alien abduction. An old footage from 1997 recently went viral for a strange reason. It showed a boy inside his house during a blackout, captured on camera. He walked into the dark room and then suddenly disappeared. Right after, the video caught a glimpse of a strange creature with an odd skull, clearly not from this world. After that night, the boy went missing. His family searched everywhere but found no trace. This video became the only clue, making them believe the alien took him away. Will the boy ever be found? Or did that night change everything forever? Open discussion.
For perspective, I'm outside of the house here.
A traveler stayed in a house near the Alaska woods for vacation. One night, she heard loud crashes and branches breaking behind the house. It wasn't the usual sound of wind or animals. Curious, she and her husband took a flashlight to check. They saw a small white creature that quickly disappeared into the dark woods. It wasn't a wolf or any normal animal. This was something different. An alien creature. Maybe it was exploring the area or searching for something hidden in the forest. The woods could be its home or linked to strange events nearby. Now they should end their trip and quickly leave before they encounter it again.
Oh. What is that? What is that? What is that?